Hello there YouTube and welcome to some more games of megarandom. This time we have TheViper versus BacT playing on a megarandom map that looks like meatballs. But not quite, since the water water ring around the islands is connected, and as far as I know with meatballs that is not the case. And they are starting without a town center. So I will speed things up all the way until they will put down their town centers. So looking at the civs, we have Mongols versus Mongols once again. Nice. When I started with Age of Empires, I really like playing with the Mongols, especially if you are late game and you have those siege rams with drill. It's such a nice late game powerhouse. Anyway, BacT getting his town center up, Viper getting his town center up as well. So now it is time to take a look at the map. It looks like a really high resource map, especially the gold. There's plenty of gold on the main islands. There wouldn't even be a reason almost to start migrating to the outside. Other than that, 2 boar, small berry patch, so that's pretty nice. A lot of deer as well. Fish, however, I would say it depends a bit where you dock. But so it would be worth it to get a dock. But it really depends on where you place it. So over at the other side, I think BacT here is putting his town center just a little bit too close to the water. I don't really like that. If this would go to late game, there would still be a significant amount of resources on the main island, then this town center might be going down fairly quickly. So I don't know. It's a bit risky in my opinion, putting it that close. But yeah, pretty much the same situation as well. High gold, high food. Pretty nice maps. So looking at the gold distribution on the other side, or on the outside, it's slightly... No, it's not even slightly. It's definitely in favor of the Viper. Although, you know, with this much gold, I don't really think it's gonna be much. It's not really much to say of, because yeah, with so much gold, and even if it would go to the late game, I don't really think this gold is gonna run out. So I do see some relics, and that is something to look at as well. In that case, surely, right? Surely BacT's in the advantage there. 3 relics on his side. Wait, 3, right? Yes, 3. Although, once again, with this much gold, it's really the question if the players are gonna bother trying to get relics. We'll have to see. BacT getting his first boar in. Oh no, actually second boar already. Yeah, same for Viper. Already, the second boar already gone, if I am not mistaken. No. And so I expect, I don't know, it's not necessarily obvious in a map like this to go Grush. It would be a possibility, because you could, if you do it correctly, you could prevent your opponent from going to the outside, but then you have to have like a really strong Grush. And a lot of galleys as well. So to get some sight on his shoreline, Viper putting down some houses on the shoreline, just to get a little bit more sight on what is going on. Potentially also to, or possibly also to see where the fish is. And there you go, 60 minutes uptime for the Viper. And he's on 23 population, or villagers. 28 population with the fishing ship. So I think that's a pretty nice population to go with. But I do wonder, are they gonna Grush or not? And with this much population, I don't know. I don't really think so. Looking at this now, BacT is gonna take some serious amount of gold, I would say. If you wanted to go with a fast castle, you would have done like 2 on gold already, but 4 is a lot more. So I predict that BacT is gonna at least get a few galleys out. What about the Viper? He's getting a barracks. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Might he be trying to, transport ship? So he's the Mongols. He might he be doing archers, something like that, maybe? No. Okay, no, he's getting a blacksmith and the barracks, so he can, if he's gonna land, he can probably get his building out there. And I don't know. I would say it doesn't really matter too much with Mongols if you go archers or scouts. But looking at this, he doesn't have enough to go double archery range. And there you go, stable indeed. Okay, so like I said, BacT is gonna crush, and it looks. I'll slow things down a little. I can't really talk that fast, let alone watch the game on that high speed. And yeah, triple dock, pretty standard galley rush, and it's a bit tricky. He's a bit late, and the Viper is already up to Castle 8. So I don't know. The fish is already not really that efficient, and as far as I can see, the Viper hasn't gotten any more fish out, and that wouldn't be very good either, because if this fish is gonna be gone, then he doesn't really have too much fish to bother with. Start the game already. Okay, yeah, the Viper has got his own plan. And there you go, first village down already from the Viper. And where did his villagers go? Aha, they're still scouting a bit, and he's okay. The Viper trying to get a dock up here, but good thing that BacT had these galleys patrolling. So yeah, now the dock is up, but also scouted. And I'm wondering what the Viper is gonna do with that, as you know, transport ship, he already had that, so maybe he's gonna use that to. He could go with some quick fire ships, since BacT is still feudal. Fire ships would definitely be very strong for the Viper. Bowsaw first, okay. So yeah, let's see. Fletching for BacT. Okay, now that makes sense with his galleys. I would like to see some nice action from the Viper. Aha, he's making knights instead. And whoa, where did the war galley upgrade go? Okay, so fire ships indeed, like I said. And looking at this, yeah. Well, you know, one fire versus a lot of galleys, that's still not gonna be too good. But looking at this, yeah. He will get them eventually. And I think the Viper is looking at transporting these knights over. Although he will still need a lot of fires if he wants to deal with this. And he better, I would almost say he better either mass up some more fires and then go. Or, yeah, like I was thinking he would do, just get one more dock up. That will make everything so much faster. But even then, he's cutting through these galleys like crazy. Oh, and he even trying to use a demo to do as much damage as he can. Aha, there you go. I already missed this. Knights already transported. Although it's only one knight, right? He does have bloodlines, no upgrades yet, so I don't really think the knight is gonna be doing too much. Although the Viper might also use it to scout the base of BacT a little, see what's going on, what he might be doing. So even if he's not getting any damage out of it, he still gets a lot of information. nice mill here from the Viper. Very powerful mill there. Okay, so BacT still feudal age, man, still feudal. He could got a lot of stone. Maybe he's yeah, surely he's planning on getting a castle next to the shoreline. Imagine how strong a castle right here would be. You would control a lot of the water. So yeah, that would be that would be pretty nice. Folk are messaging me. Yes, it's Christmas night. I don't care. I don't care. Making videos indeed. You better check them out, man. Now you're here anyway. So around the islands, the Viper doing some damage still. Who would have thought? One villager down here for BacT. But even then, the villager count is not really that far ahead. Okay, so I still hear villagers going down. Ooh, that's not good. I said one knight wouldn't really do too much damage, but it is the Viper after all. Who was kind of naive of me to think that one knight wasn't really gonna do too much. So at this point in time, Viper's got a nice amount of fire galleys on the water now. But also BacT with fletching, that's a lot of galleys still. And Viper not really getting the damage out, although it is helping him. But BacT doing some nice micro here, dealing with the fire galleys, no problem. And also BacT now up to castle age, so now it would be key, I would say. Oh, look at this, the pathing and being a bit clunky there. But it would be nice for BacT if he could keep these galleys alive, so you can make them war galleys. But it looks like it's almost like he doesn't really care, still attacking this dock. I would say that's fairly risky. If Viper now would be making another demo, and a lot of these might go down. Viper now bringing some of his own galleys. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Not upgrading them to war galley just yet. Oh wow, now I'm so confused. What? I thought you needed war galley upgrade for fire ships, but that's probably because I'm playing HD, because I'm a noob. And with HD you get fire rafts, no fire. Oh, fire galleys first. That's why I keep calling them fire galleys. They're fire ships, man. I'm so confused. Yeah. Okay, that's my HD hat. Getting confused here. Okay, so I'm sorry that I kept saying fire galleys, but now I know. What canal coming out for the Viper? Bringing a lot of war galleys now, with some backed up with some fire ships. And the question is, you know, BacT did have a lot of stone, right? No, he doesn't anymore. Either he sold it or he used it for something else. Maybe for more town centers? No? Okay. Then I guess he sold it, as I don't see enough stone for a castle. Not anymore. Viper, however, has got a lot of stone. He could get a castle right here, or right here would be nice, but still a little bit too dangerous with all these galleys hanging around. But it would give him a nice little edge here. He could even, I think he could even target this you know, this tower, this dock, and then all of this here would be his. He could even get a dock right next to it, get some Mangadai from a castle, transport everything over. But for now, he's more concerned with getting the water back with war galleys. Reunion coming up. Okay. That will give the Viper a slight advantage, giving one more Pierce armor to the Bargellies. And BacT is onto something. Yeah. He needs to get some more wood lines back. And let's see if I was right. I said in the beginning of the game that a town center right here was kinda dangerous, but nah, I don't really think that matters too much now. What is gonna matter more is these wood lines on the shoreline. If these were galleons with bracer, surely this whole wood line would be denied. And as far as I can see, BacT is still not on the outside. I am very much amazed by how the players don't really care about the outside. Fair enough, there are still enough resources on the main island, but sooner or later the wood is gonna run out. The Viper already got himself covered, being housed at 100 population. One house like crazy. And now he's gonna take this fight. I think he can take this fight, although it's a bit risky here with this tower. BacT still's got some units in there, archers actually, and I don't know why the Viper is taking this fight. He didn't really have to do it in my opinion, although he is getting these villagers over here, and yeah, okay, so that's why he was taking the fight. And now this castle will go up. Unless BacT is gonna take this fight, which he doesn't really want to because he can't. He could take the fight earlier because of this tower, but without the tower protecting him, he can't really do too much. And BacT is saying GG. There you go. And that was indeed pretty much GG, that castle there. BacT couldn't really do too much. On the other hand, I don't know. Let's take a quick look. Population, yeah, 76 villagers for the Viper. Only 51 for BacT. So he was behind by a lot. And actually Viper pretty close to clicking up to Imperial as well. So BacT knew it was over. GG. Alright, for the second game we have one more match of megarandom between TheViper and BacT. And they are playing in a pretty interesting map. It's kind of arena, but then with a lot more wood. Okay, interesting. And they also start with a monastery. Nice. Civilizations. We have Teutons mirror match. Pretty interesting. Teutons are yeah, pretty strong civilization. Very strong knights, of course. Or decent knights. Teutonic knights also, I mean the infantry unit of course, also good. So looking at the map, I already see a lot of resources just like the last map. And a lot of gold units here for the Viper. Although this one is like really close to his walls and this one is all the way in the back, so that's good. Preferably he would take this gold first, but still, all this gold here, really close to his walls. And if you go back to the other side of the map, oh wait, so that was for BacT. For the Viper, the Viper in the blue only has 2 gold piles, no gold piles outside of his wall. So in that case he is in a disadvantage, and a pretty big one, missing 3 gold piles. And instead of, or last game the gold piles were like really big. These are smaller, like significantly smaller. So if the game is gonna be going to the real late game, then the Viper might be in trouble if he can only access these golds. Now that is of course given that he's not gonna pressure BacT. Looking at the relics, there are a few on the map. Let's see, BacT has got 2 on his side, and the Viper's got only 1 as far as I can see. So a slight disadvantage, but then again with a lot of gold like this, I don't really think the relics are gonna be too much or too significant. Somehow my overlay wasn't on again. So pretty standard build. As expected, this is almost like Arena. No, nothing really different about it. As far as I know, or if I recall correctly, there was 2 boar. Can I still check that? I don't think so. Looks like 1 boar. Whatever the case, both players pretty close to going up. 26 population. Okay, so yeah, looks like a really standard fast castle build. No crazy strats here. Saracens, for example, can go up on 24 population, selling their stone. But yeah, with the Teutons, as far as I know, no real need to go any crazy tactics. Okay, interesting. The Viper is in, and this is really good because now the Viper can scout the base of BacT. Remember, or you know, with the walls. Oh, wow, that was impressive. With the walls, the base of your opponent is pretty much a black box, and with that you don't really know what is coming. You really need to scout your opponent to know what strategies he's going for, what buildings is he placing. Yeah, in this case, the Viper was kind of eating the town center there, throwing away his scout. So he still doesn't really know what is going on. I have to notice, or I want to notice how many gold miners these guys have. So I would almost say they're gonna smoosh. As far as I know, only a smoosh would need this many guys on gold. We'll see. We'll see. You know, with the monastery, 1-3 monastery, it would only make sense to go smoosh. And let's take a quick look at the monks of the Teutons. They're pretty good monks. Wow. They have the only thing they don't really have is herbal medicine, but nobody really uses that one. The biggest, or you know, the most important are block printing and redemption, atonement as well. And Teutons got all of those, so I expect them to go smoosh. Okay. So let's see. Yes. BacT putting down 2 monasteries, so he will have 3 even. So he will have 4. I can't imagine he. Oh wait! Colors. So confused. I'm sorry. The Viper is putting down 2 monasteries. And he's going crazy aggressive here forwards, man. It's already late in the night. Maybe I should not have done this late in the night. Oh well, whatever. I don't care. I want to see how this is gonna end now. So, BacT, 2 monasteries, the Viper as well. 3 actually, of course, because he added 2. Whereas BacT, as I can see, only added 1. Sanctity for the Viper coming up. What was Sanctity again? I want to know this. More HP for monks. Okay. So you got block printing, more range, sanctity, more hit points, redemption, converting siege and buildings, and then atonements, converting other monks. Those are all the important technologies or techs. So BacT adding in some scouts, and Viper pretty unlucky there, trying to convert the scouts but losing 2 monks. However, he has got them now, so these scouts from BacT won't really be that effective anymore. But maybe he can get still 1 kill. No, of course not, because the monk there is healing the other monk. That's the power of more monks. Or I mean monks in groups. Okay. Let's see, can BacT still try and kill this mangonel? Yes. Pretty good shot there. So BacT in response to the scouts from the Viper, he's adding a few spears. I don't know about that. He's still doing more. I would say, you know, scouts are more than enough to counter monks. But you know, these guys are the pro players. I'm just a new bro. I don't know, but I would say usually, you know, either you go smoosh yourself or you go scouts as a counter to a smoosh. Okay, so Viper trying to keep the pressure on, getting a few more monks here, and he is ahead. Well, in terms of monks, I would say he's definitely ahead. As I can see, BacT only has 3, but BacT is adding one more town center, whereas I suppose the Viper is on only 1. Yes, so 1 to see aggression here. Whereas BacT is I suppose trying to boom up a bit and tank this smoosh here. Villager counts in favor of BacT. But I would say he needs. No, I think this is a fairly decent combination of units to deal with it, but it really depends on his micro. Let's see. Another stable going down. What about the upgrades on the scouts? No upgrades, except for, of course, the +2 feudal age upgrade. And that is always a bit of the question. If you're defending from a smoosh, should you do upgrades on your scouts or not? On the one hand, you would say of course, right? Because then they kill the monks faster. But also, if your scouts get converted, you will fight your own upgraded scouts. So that's always something you should take into consideration. Okay, so now the gate is gone. Viper could go in. He could go in, and he is gonna do exactly that. Let's see. I think BacT here's got a pretty solid unit composition to defend from this. So yeah. Let's see. BacT still ahead in terms of villager count, and let's slow down a little bit. Viper trying to convert this siege workshop. But also BacT trying to convert the monks from the Viper, and what a mess, there you go. BacT converting a lot of the monks from the Viper, and if the Viper is gonna lose this, he will be way behind, because as far as I know, he's only still on 1 TC. He will be behind by a lot, but man, what a crazy fight in here. It looks like BacT is losing it now. Viper converting some of the monks back. And yeah, for sure the Viper now taking this, ending up with more monks. And wow, what a messy fight, man. All the monks are out of faith as far as I can see. No, there's one still that could convert, but all the others are out of faith and can't convert anything anymore. This is pretty risky for the Viper. If he's losing these monks, then all his push will be gone. And in the meantime, BacT is booming in the background, or at least keeping his economy strong. Whereas the Viper, let's take a real quick look. No, I can't see another town center from him, so his economy will fall behind more and more as time goes on. And there you go, Viper's got to back off. 2 more scouts, almost dealing with the monks, but it looks like Viper isn't gonna give up just yet. BacT, however, or BacT isn't gonna give up either. He's got more monks, he's got also more mangonels to deal with the monks. And there you go, monk down. Took a shot to the head, and another monk down. And another one. And another one. And another one. Oh, hey, there you go. Viper finally being a bit lucky there. Converting the mangonel, shooting one mangonel. And also with that, pushing BacT back. But the Viper is saying GG. BacT got it. GG indeed. So, wow, nice games. Nice games. Let's take a quick look at the achievements. If there is anything interesting, units convert 14, so the Viper definitely converting a lot of units, but also 47 units lost. And that is pretty expensive because units converted, you know, that could have been scouts, whereas units lost could have been a lot of monks. So in that case, you're losing a lot of gold. And it didn't even take to the Imperial Age. Wow, nice games.